Hello everyone, this is Suzanne at God Crochet and Chatter. Today is Wednesday. You know what that means. We will be studying back in Revelation. We are doing a verse-by-verse study, as you well know. And today we're going to talk about Revelation 2, verse 3. So let's get started on our devotional. I'm going to read a little bit of verse 2. Again, we'll review that a little bit, and then we'll do verse 3. Well, 2 and 3 are together. I know your works, your labor, your patience, that you cannot bear those who are evil. And you have tested those who say they are apostles, and are not, and have found them liars. And you have preserved and have patience, have labored for my name, and have not become weary. All right, so verse 3 reads, and you have preserved and have patience, and have labored for my name's sake, and have not become weary. Revelation 2:3. Now, Jesus is talking and saying, I know your works. Jesus looked at his church, and he knew its condition. It was no mystery to him. There may be sin or corruption hidden in a congregation, but it is not hidden to Jesus. He would say the same thing to us today, both as individuals and as a congregation. I know your works. There are also working Christians who do not approach to laboring, yet a lifetime of such work as theirs would not exhaust a butterfly. Now, when a man works for Christ, he should work with all his might. Your works, your labor, your patience. Jesus knew what this church did right. They worked hard for the Lord, and they had godly endurance. Patience is the great ancient Greek word, humon, which means steadfast endurance. In this sense, the church in Ephesus was rock solid. You cannot bear those who are evil. The Ephesians church pursued doctrinal purity. Paul warned the Ephesians in Acts 20:29-31, for I know this, that after my departure, savage wolves will come in among you, not sparing the flock. Also, from among yourselves, men will rise up, speaking perverse things, to draw away the disciples after themselves. Therefore, watch and remember that for 3 years I did not cease to warn everyone night and day. During Jesus' earthly ministry, he warned everybody night and day. From this condemnation of Jesus, we know that the Ephesians took Paul's warning seriously. The church today, like the Ephesian church then, must vigorously test those who claim to be messengers from God, especially those who say they are apostles, because deceivers will speak well of themselves. The greater evil, the more deceptive its cloak. This was grand of them. It showed a backbone of truth. I wish some of the churches of this age had a little of this holy decision about them. For nowadays, if a man be clever, he may preach the vilest lie that was ever vomited from the mouth of hell, and it will go down with some. And he says, you have preserved and have patience and have labored for my name's sake and have not become weary. Also, the Ephesian church continued doing the things without becoming weary. They showed a godly perseverance that we should imitate. By all outward appearances, this was a solid church that worked hard, had great outreach, and protected the integrity of the gospel. All right, next when we study, we're going to talk about what Jesus had against the church at Ephesus. Nevertheless, I have this against you. You have left your first love. Wow. They showed a godly perseverance that we should imitate. By all outward appearances, this was a solid church that worked hard, had great outreach, and protected the integrity of the gospel. But now Jesus is going to say, but I have this against you. You've left your first love. All right, next on Friday, we will be talking about how that happened and what that means. They have left their first love. All right, that was verse 2, and then we covered verse 3. We went over and reviewed a little bit more of verse 2. And Friday will be a great study on how we can lose the first love. Sounds kind of ominous, doesn't it? Ooh. All right, today I am doing my colonoscopy prep. And it's going to be a long day, long evening. I took my 2 little pills this morning, and around 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish, I'll start drinking my prep. I did find out, though, that I can drink apple juice. So I ran back to the store and I got apple juice. I tasted the orange Gatorade that was sugar-free. It was so bitter. I told my husband, I got to run back over to Kroger's because if I drink this, I'm going to be really sick. I have a hard time handling this prep anyway. Last time I had a prep done, it was awful. I was vomiting and just really sick. And I'm just praying that it goes much better this evening. So, but tomorrow morning, we have to be at the hospital at 6:30 a.m. Can you imagine that? So, it's going to be an early morning for us. We have to get up at 5 a.m. Thank goodness we live just across the street from the hospital where the procedure is going to be done. So, tomorrow we'll have our answers on what's going on and what needs to be taken care of. Hopefully, I'll get a good report. And you always get nervous when you have these type of tests, but I know God is good and He's got everything under control. So I'm going to rest most of the day today because, like I say, that prep gets pretty nasty in the evening and it really is draining. Right now I'm drinking my tea with just sweetener in it. I can't have any cream. I can't drink anything with red or purple dyes in it. They're very strict on that because the red or purple dyes will stain your bowel and they can't get a good reading from what's going on in there. So I did buy apple peach and I bought apple juice. So that will make it a little bit more palatable. So between that and interchanging with water, I think I'll be able to handle that. I've not worked much on anything yesterday or today. I'm really feeling tired today. I got a little bit of something going on. I think because we're running our humidifier at night and I sleep with my mouth open, my throat gets a little raw. So I'm gargling off and on today. So I'm going to try to be on tomorrow, which is Thursday. I may not be, depending on how the thing goes. I may just come home and rest the rest of the day. But I will definitely be back on Friday. But tomorrow I'm probably just going to be resting and taking it easy after my procedure. Probably come home and go straight to bed. All right, everyone, you have a blessed day in the Lord. This is Suzanne at God Crochet and Chatter. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this video. And Lord willing, I'll be back on Friday with another great devotional in Revelation. Take care, everyone.